Hello rail fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft locomotive tutorial. Today, we're going to be building this KCS SD40-2 in the Southern Belle paint scheme. So let's get right into the build here. So as you may have noticed, we're in a different world here. I'm having major issues with my main Minecraft world. It will freeze, then crash, and then once that happens, it's unable to be reopened. And it keeps happening. If I go to a backup copy of that world and build anything, it freezes and crashes, and then that copy won't be able to be opened. So we're in a different world now. So anyways, our first step is going to be to take out polished blackstone stairs. And we're going to do the rear end first. And we're going to put 5 of them coming across the rails like this. Then a polished blackstone block above it and 2 upside down stairs on either side of that. Then we'll swing around in front of it and make a 3-block tall T-shape of polished blackstone in the middle and an end rod on bottom above each rail. In front of that, a 5x3 of polished blackstone blocks coming out to each side of the tracks. Then we're going to take out a dark oak stair for the coupler and get it stacked up to this second block in the middle. And we're going to delete the ones we used to place it. Come under it, put a dark oak fence gate underneath it, and a dark oak fence gate on either side of it. Then we're going to take out oak slabs, and we're going to put 3 of them coming up this gap here to be stairs, 3 across this top middle, and 3 coming up the gap on this side here. Then we're going to do our wheels, so we'll come around in front of this here. We're going to skip 1 block forward and get a netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then we'll take polished deep slate slabs on the upper hitbox and we'll put 2 rows that are 5 wide coming out to each side of the tracks. Then another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle and another 2 rows of polished deep slate slabs 5 wide on the upper hitbox. Then another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels down on this end here. Then on the second layer, we're going to fill the top middle 3 with polished blackstone block and bring it forward down the length of this truck. We're going to come out 1 block past where these fence gates are. Come underneath, put 3 across the bottom. Coming off the bottom one, we're going to put a row of outward facing, upside down, polished blackstone stairs. That's 14 blocks long in total. Once we have that, 3 polished blackstone across the end. And then same thing on this side, upside down, outward facing, polished blackstone stairs, 14 blocks long to fill in the bottom of the fuel tank on this side here. Then we'll come back up to the second layer and continue filling the top middle 3 with polished blackstone blocks down to the end of the fuel tank here. We stop at the end of the fuel tank and then we'll do our next truck. So take out a block of netherite here, skip 1 block forward from this down on the rails and get a netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then, just like before, 2 rows of polished deep slate slabs on the upper hitbox 5 blocks wide. Another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle, and another 2 rows of polished deep slate slabs on the upper hitbox 5 wide. Then 1 more set of netherite wheels in front of that with an end rod axle. Open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels on this end here. Then on the second layer, continue filling the top middle 3 with polished blackstone blocks down the length of the truck. We stop above where the fence gates are. In front of that, we're going to do a 5x3 of polished blackstone blocks coming across. Then in front of that, a T-shaped pattern in the middle with an end rod on bottom above each rail. In front of that, 3 polished blackstone stairs on bottom, and an upside down stair facing outward on either side. On the next layer, a block in the middle, 2 upside down stairs facing forward on either side of that. Then we'll take out a dark oak stair for the coupler, turn around and get it stacked up. delete the one we used for placement, put a dark oak fence gate underneath it, and also one on either side of the coupler. Then 3 oak slabs up this gap for stairs, 3 oak slabs across the top end in the middle here, and 3 on this side. Then swing around here, and on the 3rd layer we're going to go end to end on the top middle 3 with polished black stone. Next, on the sides of the truck, we're going to put a hopper in front of each of the 3 wheels. Same thing down here, hoppers in front of the wheels. And then we'll do the other side, hoppers in front of these wheels. And hoppers in front of these wheels. Then, above each of the hoppers, we're going to put a single polished deep slate slab. Same thing here. And then we'll do the other side. Slabs above these hoppers. And slabs above these hoppers here. Now we need to determine the front end, and the front end is the end where the bottom of the plow is curved up here. So on the front end of the fuel tank above these stairs, on the very front block, we put a player head on each side, then a crimson button, then we turn and put a sideways crimson sign. Then we fill in the rest of the fuel tank above here with sideways anvils, and that's going to represent where our air tanks are, and bring it right down to the end of the fuel tank. Same thing on this side here. Then we're going to take out a chain, put a chain in this gap here and here, a chain in this gap here and here, then in this gap here and here, and a chain in here and here. Then we're going to go end to end on both sides on the top 3rd layer outside edge with yellow concrete. Next, we're going to come on top of the front here on the 4th block back in the very center. And we're going to put a column of 3 yellow concrete. Then come kitty corner out one here. And back one, we're going to put 3 black wool coming back on each side. Then on this right hand on this side, a door, and then next to that 2 black wool and 3 black wool on top over here. Then 3 yellow concrete on top and 2 on this side. Then in front of this door, coming forward, we're going to put 2 black shulker boxes. And same thing on this side here. Then on each side we're going to extend back a line of another 4 shulker boxes. Then we're going to switch back to black wool here. And we need to get a black wool above each of the shulker boxes here. And extend it forward in a line of 4. Same thing on this side. Then above that, 4 yellow concrete on each side. And above that, a red concrete in each of the 4 corners. Fill the side gaps with light blue stained glass paints. Then 1 here, and a red concrete in the middle. Come up top and make a T shape of red concrete up here. And fill the rest of this middle 3 of the cab roof with black wool. Then on the sides above the windows, outward facing polished black stone stairs on each side in a line of 4. Now we're going to come down to the rear end in the very center on the 5th block in from the end. And we're going to put a column of 2 black wool coming up. And then 1 on each side like this. And then just start bringing both sides all the way forward with 2 layers of black wool. Right up until it meets up with the cab on each side. Until you get right here. Then on this engineer side up here, we're going to put a door, then switch to yellow concrete and do a single layer of yellow concrete coming all the way back around the rear end, and then up this side until it meets up with the cab on this side. Then we're going to come down to this rear end on the conductor side, knock out this block and replace it with black wool. After that, we're going to switch over to red concrete and start right up here. And we're going to do a single layer of red concrete coming all the way down each side and around the rear end. Then on each of the back blocks on top here, we're going to put a single red concrete. In the middle, put a bedrock, and then extend a line of bedrock forward up the middle. That's 6 blocks long in total here. Then on the side of the bedrock, a full line of iron bars, and same thing on this side here. Then we're going to come up behind the cab, 3 red concrete across here, then 3 polished basalt on each side with the pattern going vertical. Red concrete in the middle. Then behind that, a smoker for an exhaust. Surround that with red concrete. And then we'll fill in the top middle 3 of the entire rest of the roof line here with red concrete. Then on top of the very back bedrock, a polished black stone slab. Make a plus shape, a second one, and a third one. In the middle of all 3 of these, put an oak trapdoor to make fans. Then we're going to come up to the front here with our polished black stone slabs and make a 3x3 above this polished basalt section. Then we're going to surround this exhaust with dark oak trapdoors. Come on the side of the top here, 1 block forward from the iron bars. A backward facing red nether brick stair, 4 outward facing deep slate tile stairs, outward facing red nether brick, forward facing red nether brick. Repeat that pattern over here. So a backward facing red nether brick, 4 deep slate tile facing outward, outward red nether brick, forward red nether brick. Then up top here, aligned with the deep slate tile stair section, we're going to make 2 plus shapes of polished black stone slabs for the dynamic brake fans here. And actually I miscalculated this on the side. Delete these 2 red nether brick stairs on each side. Put 1 more outward facing deep slate tile stair on each side so it lines up with the fans. Then do a sideways red nether brick and a forward red nether brick on each side. Sorry about that. Then we'll knock out the center of these fans, put in bedrock, and then an oak trapdoor in each one to complete the dynamic brake fans here. Next, we're going to come on top of the front of the cab here. We're going to knock out this second block back in the middle, and we're going to go ahead and replace that with black wool. Then up top, in the center, back-to-back dark oak fence gates opened into each other for a horn. Back here on this side, a black candle. Then we'll start filling everywhere we haven't built anything on top of the locomotive with black carpet. Come back here and continue with our black carpet all the way out to the edges of these dynamic brake blister area and come in between all of these fans. And just keep bringing it back and around. Then we'll get in between all of these fans back here and on the back 3 blocks. Then on this conductor side on bottom, 1 block back from the cab, we're going to put 3 black stained glass panes to start the bottom of the blower. Then another 3 above it, then 3 yellow above that, and 3 red above that. Now the blower is completed here. Next, in front of the blower, a black carpet. Then start behind it with black carpet and run it all the way down this walkway on the side of the locomotive. Fill in this whole back end with black carpet here and a T-shape on the very end, and then start coming up the walkway on this side with black carpet. We're going to stop 2 blocks before the cab. On bottom here, we're going to put 2 black shulker boxes and a black shulker box up by the door so there's stairs. Then we're going to have to crouch and put a black carpet on top of each shulker box. Then we'll swing around up front here, come down here, and crouch. Black carpet on these shulker boxes, then up and around the front here, and around that side. A T shape on the very front. Then crouch and put black carpet on these shulker boxes here. Then we're going to do all our railings, so take out an oak fence. Right here we're going to come up by 4. Here we come up 3, over 1, and up another 2. Next to it, 2 dark oak. Skip over to this side, 2 dark oak here. And then same pattern here, up by 3 with oak, over 1, up 2. Then up 4 right here. Switch back to dark oak, come over 2 here, up 1, and over 3 to connect with the cab. Same thing on this side, take dark oak, come over 2, up 1, and over 3. Then we'll go down and work on the rear end here. So right here, we'll switch to oak, come up by 4. Right here, come up 3, over 1, up 2. Then 2 dark oak here, 2 dark oak here. Back to oak, up 3 here, over 1, up 2. Then up 4 here. Then back to dark oak and come all the way up this side of the walkway on the locomotive. Right here we'll come up 1, over 1, up 1, and over 2. Then we'll do the other side, so come back down to the rear end, still with dark oak, connect it up right here, and bring this all the way forward until it's aligned with the cab. Till you get right here. Next, we're going to swing around up front here, and on these fences on each side, we're going to put a glow item frame, and then glowstone in those item frames for ditch lights. Then we're going to come on the top middle above the windows, glow item frame with glowstone for headlight. Then on each side above the windows, we're going to put a dark oak sign for our number plate. And for this one, the number is 651. Same thing on the other side. Hit those with white dye and then a glow ink set. Then we're going to come on the nose here, and on the top center of the nose, we're going to put a crimson sign. And we're going to type out the word Kansas City Southern, with each word on a different line, making sure to capitalize it. Then we're going to hit that with yellow dye and then a glow ink sack. Then next to this door up here, we're going to close a jungle trap door to represent a brake wheel. Then on the side of the cab here, we're going to put our locomotive number on. And for this, we're going to use an oak sign and type 651. Hit that with red dye and a glowing sack. And we do the same thing on the other side. So an oak sign under this window, type 651. Hit it with red dye and a glowing sack. Next, we'll swing around to the back here. And on each of these fences, a glow item frame with glowstone if you want rear ditch lights. Then on the top middle, 2 glowstone or glow item frames with glowstones for rear headlights. Then on each side on the bottom red layer, a crimson sign with our locomotive number, which is 651. And then same thing on this side. Then we're going to go ahead and hit both of those signs with yellow dye and a glowing sack. Then on this left hand side, we're going to run up a ladder. Then we'll swing around up front here. Take out a white stained glass pane, put one on the side here, and one on the other side to be rear view mirrors. Now we need to make a banner, so come into a loom here with a red banner and light blue dye. We're going to make the top half light blue. Then we're going to switch to red dye, and we're going to put a red border around it. Then we're going to switch to yellow dye and make the bottom half yellow. And this is going to be for our windows. So we'll come up here on the front, put one here and one here, and then we'll do the back of the cab. So one here and one over here. Now we're going to come on the side, on the top black wool layer, and aligned with the front of the dynamic brake section here. Put a dark oak sign, type out the word Kansas, skip a block, a sign with City, skip a block, a sign with Southern. Then we'll hit all three of those with yellow dye and then a glow ink sac. We can't use banners to spell it out because we don't have enough room. Then we'll come over here and do the same thing. On the top of the black, aligned with the center of those dynamic brake fans, we're going to put a sign with Kansas, skip a block, a sign with City, skip a block, and a sign with Southern. Then we'll hit all three of those with yellow dye and a glow ink sac. Next, we're going to work on the interior here. So we're going to come on in through this nose door and take out smooth sandstone slabs. Start up in the center of the nose and bring a full line, one block high, with our smooth sandstone slabs. Then up in this corner, a column of slabs up to the window, and same thing on this side. On the sides here, we're going to use our slabs to stack it 2 blocks tall, and 2 blocks tall in this back middle, and 2 blocks tall on this side as well. Then, one more block high here, and a single slab here for stairs. Put a stair on each side to be seats, in the back middle a blast furnace and a glowstone. Turn around, up here we're going to put a glow item frame, with a compass, and a lever on the right for the engineer. Come down here, put an M portal in the nose for a toilet, and a door right here. Then we're going to come out and stand on top of the nose. We're going to put string up this top middle here, crouch, and put red carpet on top of that string, and on top of this door. Then finish off the rest of the nose with red carpet here. And there we have it, folks. We've completed this KCS SD40-2. I hope you enjoyed the build. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone, have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.